Most motorcycle engines don't fail from age. They're silently killed by habits riders don't even realize they have. Every cold start, lazy commute, or skipped check chips away at the heart of your machine. Yet a handful of overlooked routines can push your engine past 100,000 miles with ease. Today, we're revealing 7 insider habits used by veteran mechanics and high-mileage riders to make engines last decades, secrets 80% of riders completely miss. Number 7. Maintain the cooling system. Heat is your engine's #1 enemy, and most riders only think about it when they see the temp light flash. By then, the damage is already underway. Engines generate enormous heat, and if the cooling system isn't in top shape, that heat can spike fast enough to warp cylinder heads, crack gaskets, and fry bearings. Every 2 weeks, check your coolant level and look over the radiator hoses and clamps. Even a slow leak can allow air pockets that cause hot spots. In the US, where many bikes see blazing summer traffic and frigid winter mornings, it's also critical to run the correct antifreeze mix. Old or diluted coolant loses its corrosion inhibitors and becomes acidic, quietly eating away at your water pump and radiator core. A smart long-life habit is to flush the cooling system every 2 years. Also clean your radiator fins with compressed air or a soft brush to keep airflow strong. Clogged fins mean higher temps. Riders who do this religiously rarely see blown head gaskets or seized water pumps. Riders who don't often discover the damage when it's far too late. Number 6. Check and adjust valve clearances. Valves are the unsung gatekeepers of your motorcycle's engine, controlling the precise flow of air and fuel in and exhaust gases out. When their clearances drift out of specification, both performance and durability begin to decline rapidly. Yet this is one of the most overlooked maintenance tasks among US riders. Most modern motorcycles require valve clearance inspections every 6,000 to 15,000 miles, depending on the model and riding conditions. Over time, heat cycles and wear cause valve clearances to tighten. When the gap becomes too small, valves may not fully close, allowing scorching combustion gases to leak past the valve seats. This superheats the valve edges and seats, eventually warping or burning them. In extreme cases, prolonged neglect can snap a valve head or damage the camshaft, leading to catastrophic engine failure. Mechanics caution that by the time you hear tapping noises, misfires, or feel a loss of power, damage is already underway. The solution is straightforward. Follow the valve inspection schedule listed in your owner's manual. Even if you don't adjust them yourself, have a qualified shop check and set them. Properly adjusted valves keep engines cooler, breathing freely, and dramatically extend their lifespan. Number 5. Use high-quality fuel and additives. Fuel quality directly impacts how long your engine stays clean inside. In the US, most gas is E10 ethanol blend, which attracts moisture from the air. Left sitting, ethanol-laced gas can phase separate, creating water pockets that corrode fuel injectors, gum up carburetors, and even stick intake valves. Top-tier fuel from major brands includes detergent packages that clean valves and injectors, while you ride cheap fuel often doesn't. Every few tanks, it's smart to run a fuel system cleaner or injector additive. These dissolve carbon and varnish buildup before they harden, which keeps combustion chambers and valves clean. This isn't just about performance. Carbon buildup traps heat, which accelerates wear on pistons and rings. Also, keep your tank topped off if the bike will sit for more than a week. A full tank minimizes airspace, which slows moisture condensation inside the tank. If you know the bike will sit longer than 2 weeks, add a fuel stabilizer to prevent the ethanol from going stale. These small habits prevent the kind of sticky, gunky fuel issues that ruin injectors and burn valve issues that kill many engines long before their time. Number 4. Warm up fully and run at load. Here's a habit even many experienced riders get wrong. Idling a cold engine briefly, then riding it gently until it's warm, and occasionally running it hard enough to clean itself out. Cold oil is thick and slow to circulate. Revving hard on a cold start grinds dry metal surfaces together before oil pressure builds. On the flip side, riding only short, gentle trips and never letting the engine get hot enough creates another issue: fuel and moisture build up in the oil and combustion chambers, forming sludge and carbon. The trick is balance. Start the bike and let it idle for about 60 seconds, just enough to get oil moving. Then ride off gently, keeping revs low until the temperature gauge hits normal. Once fully warm, periodically run the bike through its mid to high RPM range, around 4,000 to 6,000 RPM, for many street bikes for several minutes. This burns off condensation, evaporates excess fuel, and keeps the piston rings sealing well. Engines that only ever see cold starts and easy commutes age fast. Engines that warm up fully and get exercised regularly stay clean and last decades. Most riders overpay or miss hidden issues when buying a motorcycle. Our Pro Edition Survival Blueprint shows you how to inspect like a mechanic, avoid costly breakdowns, and negotiate so you never pay more than market value. Link is in the pinned comment. Number 3. Avoid lugging the engine. Lugging, forcing your engine to accelerate in a high gear at low RPM might feel gentle, but it's actually brutal. It's like trying to pedal a bicycle uphill in top gear. The engine has to deliver massive force on every stroke. This skyrockets cylinder pressure and combustion temperature, which causes harsh detonation. Detonation pounds the piston crown and can break the thin metal ringlands that hold the piston rings in place. Once that happens, the piston sheds metal shards into the cylinder, scarring the walls and often destroying the entire engine. The fix is easy. Shift down before rolling on the throttle hard. Keep the engine in its mid-range power band, not at the bottom of the tach. If your bike is chugging, pinging, or sounding like it's about to stall, you're lugging it. Downshift and let it spin freely. Riders who stay out of the lug zone see drastically lower wear on bearings, rods, and pistons, and their bikes feel far smoother too. Number 2. Use the right oil and change it often. Oil is the lifeblood of your motorcycle's engine, and yet it's one of the most abused systems. Many riders stretch oil change intervals way too far or use automotive oil not designed for motorcycles. Motorcycle engines run higher RPM and share oil between the engine, transmission, and often the clutch, which automotive oils aren't designed for. Always use an oil that meets the JASO MA specification, which ensures it's safe for wet clutches and can handle shear forces from the gearbox. And change it often. Many high-mileage riders change oil every 2,000 to 3,000 miles, well before it breaks down. Dirty oil loses viscosity and can't hold metal particles in suspension, letting them grind away at bearings and cam lobes. Low oil is even worse. Running below the recommended level starves the top end first, scuffing cams and lifters. Get in the habit of checking your oil level every couple of rides, topping up if needed, and replacing the filter each time you change it. Fresh, correct oil is the cheapest possible insurance for long engine life. Number 1. Follow the service schedule and get professional tune-ups. The final secret isn't glamorous, but it's the single most important one if you want your motorcycle engine to truly last. Even if you're comfortable doing basic tasks like oil changes or chain cleaning yourself, you still need to have your bike professionally inspected and serviced at the manufacturer's recommended intervals. These full services go far beyond routine oil swaps. They include throttle body synchronization, cam chain tension checks, clutch adjustments, coolant flushes, valve clearances, spark plug replacement, air filter service, chain alignment, electrical system diagnostics, and more. Each of these items can quietly drift out of spec over time without obvious symptoms. This is how engines fail not suddenly, but in stages. A small coolant weep, a slightly loose engine mount, or a worn cam chain guide may seem harmless now, but can trigger catastrophic failure later. Professional tune-ups break that chain of failure before it begins. Think of them like preventive medicine, stopping the problem before it grows. At minimum, book a complete inspection every 12 months or 12,000 miles, whichever comes first. Riders who stick to this religiously are the ones who routinely hit six-figure odometer readings without ever needing an engine rebuild. These 7 habits, maintaining your cooling system, keeping valve clearances perfect, using clean fuel, warming up properly, avoiding lugging, changing oil often, and staying on schedule with tune-ups are the true foundations of engine longevity. Most riders focus only on riding technique, while quietly skipping the mechanical care that actually keeps the engine alive. Do these steps consistently, even just checking each one every 2 weeks, and you can realistically see your motorcycle reach 100,000 miles or more without internal engine work. It's not luck, it's maintenance discipline. And now you've got the playbook.